And I do want to hit, because I know you're focused on increasing diversity in the pipeline of architects. Do you have advice for other professionals for looking for ways to help that mission?
Yeah, we had that question at the small firm exchange level with the all call. An all call is all the state reps from all the states come together with the board members, and we were talking about that. And there are states that struggle. Like Maine has a big problem with that. Like there are other states, Maine, probably New Hampshire, they have problems with that. But Massachusetts not so much. We're pretty diverse here as it is, so it's easy to find people. So what I've told them is start connecting with schools and broaden your horizon, your radius, right? Maybe you are open to remote work with someone from a diverse background. Maybe you are and get involved. Um, and diversity is everywhere. Like it's not just of
Hmm.
color, right? Like it's not just this. We go to even in Maine, there should be communities. There are communities, unfortunately, that struggle, and there are probably communities with a lot of young ladies that don't know that they could be amazing architects. That's even a path for them. They think that they could only be housewife and that's it. There's some people, there's some places like that, right? So I'm like, you can incentivize that, change that by incentivizing or infusing energy into those communities. Just find them. And it's just like if I told you to look for yellow cars outside, you're gonna find a whole lot of yellow
Hmm.
cars today.
You start
So
looking for them.
exactly. So you say, well, what about what about not just sex diversity, but what about like what's the heritage? What about the age? What about people that wanted to always be architects and they became firefighters? Well, what if they wanted to do this as a thing? Like, so you have to figure out how to meet them halfway. It's not easy. Easier said than done. Um, very, very much because of communication barriers, synchronization barriers. It requires patience. It requires an intense amount of patience to realize that others come from some other background, right? Just like you do. And that they may be teaching you something. And if you're stuck in your ways, you're not going to learn. So it is this flexibility of giving, but also knowing that you're gaining something from that team, from that person too. And then looking backwards and saying, well, now after 20 years, I can see that there's more offsprings of this firm.